Hey Amanda, I'm starting Zepbound. What are your thoughts? Honestly, I think GLP-1s can be an incredible tool when they're used properly. And I am not anti GLP-1 whatsoever. I'm actually very pro. I think it's helped a lot of people regain control over their health, improve insulin resistance, reduce inflammation, and lose weight that they've been struggling with for years. That said, I also think that sometimes there are issues when they're being prescribed and how they're being managed. A lot of people are being handed a prescription with very little education around protein intake, muscle preservation, nutrient support, hydration, movement, metabolic health, and long term sustainability. And that's where I think we can do things better. And that's also where I think things can go sideways. I also think that enough practitioners aren't using individualized dosing. The standard titration schedule is a guideline, not a rule book. Some people do amazing on lower doses and should stay there longer. If you're pooping your brains out, nauseated all the time, unable to eat, losing weight way too quickly, unable to get your protein or your water in, that is not a badge of honor. That's your body telling you that the dose may be too high. Rapid weight loss at the expense of muscle mass and metabolic health is not healthy. And it's one of the reasons people rebound later. Now, another thing I keep hearing is GLP-1s are causing depression and anxiety. And while I think there absolutely needs to be more research, I also think we need to ask bigger questions. Are people properly nourished while taking them? Because when appetite drops significantly, a lot of people are unintentionally under eating protein, amino acids, minerals, electrolytes, and foundational nutrients. And that matters a lot. Protein and amino acids don't just build muscle. Yes, they help preserve lean mass and metabolism, but amino acids are also needed for neurotransmitter production, brain function, dopamine and serotonin pathways, hormone signaling, detoxification, immune health, tissue repair, just to name a few. So, if somebody suddenly starts eating dramatically less and isn't supplementing appropriately, they may start feeling fatigued, anxious, flat, depressed, and weak, brain fogged, unmotivated. Not necessarily because the medication itself is the problem, but because the body is now running on deficiencies. So if you're on a GLP-1 or thinking about going on one, here's what I'd focus on. Number one, prioritize protein. Protect your muscle, protect your metabolism. Number two, support with amino acids, minerals, collagen, and foundational nutrients, especially if your appetite is extremely low. Number three, hydrate. People forget this one. If you're eating less, you're often drinking less too. And hydration affects your energy, your digestion, your detoxification, your bowel movements, headaches, cravings, muscle function, blood pressure. Electrolytes can be incredibly helpful because hydration is not just about water, it's about getting minerals into the cells. Number four, move your body. You don't want to become sedentary while losing weight. I always tell people think about like a stagnant pond of water. What happens? Everything just sits, it gets murky, it builds up. Your body needs movement for circulation, lymphatic drainage, digestion, insulin sensitivity, muscle preservation, mood, metabolism, even walking matters. And lastly, advocate for yourself. Higher doses are not always better. Sometimes slower fat loss with better muscle preservation, better energy, and sustainable habits is the healthier path long term. GLP-1s are a tool, and tools work best when they're combined with education, nutrition, movement, and individualized care, not just a prescription and a checkout page. I hope this helped.